is Vwwww, who is not loading in, and Soloz against JEEN and Netflix. This is the first time we're gonna see JEEN and Netflix in action on Strongholds. It's gonna be JEEN on the bottom right, Netflix green on the top left. So this is gonna be a corners game here on Strongholds. Now this map is very underplayed. People need to play this map a lot more. It is a very good map. You have your starting gems, you have oils, and the map is very wide and open. Lots of room for tank control, lots of room for cross shenanigans, and there are paths as well. You can take also a huge path there, similar to Divide and Conquer, actually. Very similar to Divide and Conquer. Oops, Vwwwwws. Get your gems, buddy. Where are your gems? Vwwwwws. Everyone found their gems just fine, except for Matt there. Little bit of trouble. Get it. Convenient having a fridge right next to my desk. Oh, interesting move here from JEEN. Netflix is gonna build up towards the second patch of gem. 0, 0, drone 0, and 1. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink.
Our ally is under attack.
Yeah, I am on the team of JEEN and Netflix, so any pings that you will see will come from JEEN and Netflix. Without finally making a second ref. So both allied players going 1, going 0, sorry, except for excuse me. Yeah, both allied players going 0. 1-4 players actually going 0 here. Uh-oh, Netflix has not capped as well, so does JEEN. But both Vwwwwws and Vwwwwws and Soloz captured oil, but not the right side of the players. So this is the first time we're gonna see JEEN and Netflix in action. Don't know whether they've practiced that much, but we'll see. Netflix on the top right here, getting pressured by Soloz. But JEEN now pushing in towards Net. Oh, that's his ally. JEEN trying to push into its towards Soloz here. Oh, it's the left is right, sorry, not corners. Yeah, Team JEEN and Netflix has not grabbed it. Oh, it's not corners. I'm an idiot. Yeah, team right side picked the map and didn't get railroads. A little bit of a whoopsie there. But there's an AVS down the top and along the bottom. It's a pretty big map for a 2v2. There's not much narrow spaces anywhere. And there's a lot of room to expand. Like JEEN is gonna make some middle ground here. Vwwwww still has not gotten his second patch of gems, and he sold his MCV.
Our ally is under attack.
Yeah, Soloz I think he's gonna win that place pretty soon. Vwwwww truck this out also there. JEEN doing the right thing, pushing in onto Soloz. Start to track back Soloz to defend. Vwwww's now pushing in on JEEN now, so that forces JEEN to pull back. Now Soloz can make the counterclockwise move here. Also support his teammate. Vwwwww is gonna go all the way to the right and try to get the MCV out of the way. Soloz pushing in on Netflix now. Vwwwww can make an escape, but he will lose a lot of tanks in the meantime. Soloz can definitely win that fight. The Rocket's now taking out JEEN's only war factory with no MCV, and Netflix now with no war factory. JEEN is saying flak, but he has no war factory. No anti-air at all. Yeah, Netflix is saying he's dead. Second wave of upgrades is incoming for Vwwwwws, and JEEN is gonna take the trade here, but a lot of power drops are there, and JEEN quits out immediately.
Player defeated.
That is a GG with no oils. JEEN and Netflix too cool for their oils. So So colors are blue and yellow. Yeah, JEEN and Netflix both going double Sov. So leaving Vwwww as the only ally player. As the only ally player going France. Not the worst idea. You have gems and you have your oil try to start. But corners here. Blue and yellow. Yeah, the corner scheme is gonna help Vwwww a lot because he can easily defend for his teammate if both of them decide to go 0 here. The thing is, if they go 0 and pressure up, Soloz is gonna have to hold on for a little bit if he needs to. I don't think that Ikenna will go up if he doesn't need to hold. So if Vwwww goes an AFC, he'll probably get that cannon ready, but I don't think that'll be good for his eco. His eco is gonna be fucked if he tries to go cannon earlier. But the ping gets out here from JEEN, showing that Vwwww is gonna go AFC first, and the Rockies are out incoming, moving down towards Netflix there. NG flag, the drone I assume. Nope, no drone, straight to 0. And that flag can actually take care of the
Beacon detected.
Rocky as well. And the drone incoming from Netflix as well. It's gonna grab the oil here. That is nasty, JEEN. Absolutely nasty. Cannon didn't do much there. I think JEEN wanted to go for the FC or the MCV, but since the cannon was there, he went to the other side. And on Netflix with a sizable army going 0 here, he's gonna pressure on Vwwww. Soloz doing the right thing, gonna pressure up on JEEN, on Netflix, trying to pull him back. But the power goes down here for Vwwww. He's gonna get doubled really hard. Soloz doing some damage onto Netflix, but Netflix couldn't give a shit right now. He is still defending. Vwwww needs to make a power plant here, but he has no money to do so without that oil. This double is really nasty here. Netflix starts with 0 minus lefts. Vwwww does have a war factory on the bottom left. So Soloz has to do something here. He did put on the pressure on JEEN on Netflix, which is nice, leaving here with 0 minus. Yeah, I think there's an overcommitment here from JEEN. Not scouting bottom left and seeing that he has a war factory there. So now Netflix with 0 minus. He is broke and is gonna be broke here. He's gonna have to sell to get a refinery, which I don't think he will be able to. So maybe Netflix gonna fuck himself there, committing to that double. He didn't need to commit to that double because JEEN had a sizable amount of tanks. And now Vwwww is using his final minus as fodder. Oh yeah, he does have a Derek, that is true. Oh Gino, you're awake? Good morning, dude. Yeah, he does have a Derek and a power plant, okay, so I guess he can rebuild. Forgot about this Derek right here. But yeah, it's looking grim for bottom right. JEEN just with that amazing tank control that going up against Soloz. Yeah, Netflix surely it's gonna be quite slow on the up here, but it doesn't really matter because it is more or less a 2v1. Question mark for Vwwww. Yeah, JEEN and Netflix is won this pretty easily. On that game, sorry. Full schedule fucks me up, body just waits now at 5, it's cause I get what you mean, bro. I get what you mean. Yeah, JEEN. I think Netflix took a really big gamble in their previous game, going for the double onto Vwwww and then not really pulling back to defend his base. And ultimately it worked, because Soloz was quite late to build up his army to sort of hold up to that double and hold up against Netflix. So got JEEN top left, Soloz top right, Vwwww's bottom right, Netflix bottom left. It's gonna be LVR here. LVR. Left versus right. I don't know, I think JEEN and Netflix, they're a pretty aggressive team, similar to Ed and Neek actually. But even if the both of them don't have that much chemistry playing together, whether they have practice or not, both of them are very competent players that can adapt to most situations. I won't say all of them, but most situations happening here. Netflix moving his MCV towards the middle. That is very aggressive, and he absolutely can do that because Vwwww is allied. So if he's not going 0 here, Netflix does definitely has the chance to go forward. He is going very forward towards middle. He's definitely going for a corny rush there. A bit late to saying that he's moving there. Let's see how this goes. He's gonna deploy the MCV, get a barracks out. JEEN needs to support this with some sentry guns, and he does. Along that pillbox, this is very risky here. A huge gamble here from Netflix. Soloz not coming down to help his teammate in this sort of situation. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I think JEEN is gonna do a little bit better here and pressure up on Soloz so he can't go down to help his teammate. There you go. The JEEN pulls back in the nick of time to help his teammate there. This is very, very aggressive from Netflix here. Is it gonna pay off? I don't think it is.
Our ally is under attack.
He gets the barrels out though, which is what he wanted initially. The barrels was out very, very late. I think it might be because it was broke on one miner. And he's just heading into suicide there. The barrels with the corners are gonna help him take out some pillboxes and buildings. Well, all the fight is happening towards the bottom here. Even the top players are here going at it. JEEN is here with his tanks, and Soloz is here as well. But Vwwww are getting out. Yeah, he wants out tank there. The corner is coming to take out the war factory. No action happening up top at all. Why has Soloz not built the war factory on Matt's MCV at this point? And insanity, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is not even taking the gems and it's still on one miner. JEEN is on 3. Tons of miners here for Soloz. No war factory on Matt's MCV here. He needs that one so his tanks can get into the fight a little bit quicker. He does have a fuck ton of sentry guns though, which will help him in the chip damage. But Vwwww is realistically dead here. MCV goes down with the elite. No chance for a war factory, but in the meantime, Vwwww built an AFC and a barracks along the top right. So the fight now moves along the top right hand side of the map. So maybe Netflix's move did pay out. He's still on one miner though. He's gonna have to build another miner to not suicide his economy here. Vwwww does have some rocketeers. I believe they're heading towards bottom left. Get that war factory out and you're good to go. And it'll be basically a 2v1 here with the rocketeers on Vwww's side. So there's a lot of miners. He can't support his production. Netflix are making a couple of flags here. Vwwww is broke, so there's not much he can do without the refinery there. So those 3 rocketeers are all that he has. And he can probably sell those pillboxes. Help him out a little bit there. No, Soloz, don't take that fight with the elite there. He does get the elite out of the way though. I think that was his main intention. Wasn't targeting the elite, however. Netflix makes... Oh, I thought it was a miner. Still making some flak and some rhinos. Now JEEN coming in with the corny fodder. On the top of the start battle against Soloz with the miner fodder as well. I think those miners were accidentally acting as fodder. Does he have the micro for it? He does. He needs a sentry gun there to help with the cornies. Netflix could probably do a lot more in supporting his teammate. You don't have to be scared of 4 Rocketeers. Just get 2 flags on each. One in your army, one in your base, and you're fine. But he might be respecting the 1v1 here against Soloz. I absolutely wouldn't respect the 1v1. Fuck it, dude. I'm here to play. And I'm here to win. Rocketeers make their way along the top of the base. The backdoor from Soloz is, from Netflix, is incoming. It's just a bit slow because he doesn't have any money. So... yeah, Soloz does well there, using the drones as cover. Finally, the Rocketeers make their way towards bottom left, gets rid of the power. That's gonna slow Netflix down a lot more now. JEEN and Soloz still going at it. Soloz needs to micro his miners along the bottom. Get him to the other side. Vwwww's now trying to backdoor with the Rocketeers. Get the Warfratcher out of the way and you're good. Soloz seems to be holding up really well, and it comes a backdoor from Netflix. He's gonna get the refinery instead of the war factory, which is an interesting choice. JEEN now going in with the backdoor. It's gonna get the other refinery now. No refineries out for JEEN at all with the power. Are they really gonna clutch up in that 2v1 here? Rocketeers doing a lot of work. Soloz finally gets his new miners on the fresh patch. And the flag is just sitting behind. Finally they move in. And Netflix has been so broke throughout this entire game because of that 1 miner suicide. The flag pushes the Rocketeers back. There is an elite along with that. Needs to be careful so that he doesn't lose that. The miner fodder coming in now for JEEN. I don't think Soloz needs to push this. He can definitely take that trade now. There is no sentry guns down towards bottom right. If I was Soloz, I'll just take the trade. He's choosing to go forward with here. Netflix is here as well. Netflix gets caught out. The FC is still available for Vwwww's, so you can still make some defensive moves here.
Our ally is under attack.
There you go. Finally, he's going in for the trade. JEEN sells his MCV. Go for the trade, Soloz. JEEN can't realistically do that much damage. He chooses to pull back instead. But the rhinos are all wiped out. JEEN is left with only flak. And Netflix is the only one here surviving. He has a barracks, 2 miners, and a war factory. And Soloz is making his way towards bottom left now to get Netflix out of the game. Oh, engineers incoming from JEEN. The drones are there. Soloz, the drones are there. Oh, Netflix doesn't get anything. Sorry, JEEN doesn't get anything.
Our ally is under attack.
Netflix is late to the party. And now it's a win for Team Matt and Soloz. What a comeback here. From failing that aggressive push. Failing to defend the very aggressive push. And I'm not sure why JEEN didn't just rally point his... or waypoint his engineers there, but... what a comeback there. 2-1. In the best of 11. I do apologize if I yawn like sometimes when I'm casting, because I am very tired. I've been awake for about 30 hours now, fortunately. And 1 drone for miner, 1 for flak. This drone, 1 for Sove. Says Vwwww and Soloz. So a little bit contradicting there, but Soloz obviously being the Soviet player, you will get to say what he'll do with his drones. So Vwwww is gonna go air, and Soloz is gonna go double drone and get a what's the website? And get 1 miner and a flak. So I think it will be the flak from the Soviet player and the miner as well down bottom. So Vwwww now does the FC. It's gonna go all the way to the bottom left, I think. Because I think JEEN is a better player than Netflix. So if they can't double up on the weaker player here, because Netflix, the weaker player, the lower seeded player between the two, he will have more trouble in that 2v1. So let's see whether JEEN can support him in different ways. Now that's a proper way to build there without killing any trees. Let's put a flat cannon behind though. In comes the drone into the miner. No double drone. The double drone is still there, but it's not quite apparent yet. Definitely doing the right thing here and going for that. Going for the flat cannon itself, flat track. It's a huge drone and eagles to follow up there, taking out that one miner from Netflix. Netflix is now down to one miner again.
Beacon detected.
And more pings incoming. Engineers incoming now from JEEN. Seeing this time and time again. While TNG is off, it is legal. It's gonna try to go for either War Factory or the EFC here. And the eagles are the perfect, the perfect counter for that. Soloz and Vwwww just pinging, both pinging the same thing here. Yeah, in comes the Rocketeers now. And Vwwww's doing a lot of work with these eagles here.
Our ally is under attack.
JEEN seems to have trouble trying to avoid the shots. And Soloz now attacking Netflix, chasing him all the way back. I don't think there's been many engagements for JEEN and Vwwww actually. He's been getting hit by these eagles time and time and time again. Yeah, he needs flag now. He has one. I think one more might be a little bit safe. Netflix now he can't do anything but defend. He can't push. If he goes along the top and doubles up with his teammate, he'll get pulled back as well. So it is a little bit of a stalemate, and Vwwww can't push easier because Netflix, JEEN, sorry, has a lot more units than he does along the Rocketeers. He will make the push though. Soloz going straight into Netflix. Netflix not making drones. JEEN does the same thing. The flag
Beacon detected.
from Soloz is late. JEEN Netflix sells his War Factory, and the flag is still late here. No flag cannon available. Vwwww sells his MCV, and the flag goes down due to some horrible control. Soloz now pulling back.
Our ally is under attack.
He should have pulled back and pressured up on JEEN here. The flag now incoming again. Vwwww. The paragraph from JEEN down the bottom right. And the Connie is incoming here from Soloz. I don't think he can take that trade. The Rockies started to help him deal with it. Now Vwwww is finally out the game. Now the Connies and the paragraph can do a lot of work here. Soloz will try to get that trade, but the War Factory is down. He's sending in his miners to help deal with it. A little bit too late here. But I think he can actually hold on if he runs away with his MCV, because JEEN and Netflix both have nothing to defend with. The Rocketeers go down to 3 elite flags,
Player defeated.
and that is the end for team left side.
Player defeated.
Was a very good push and looking for the trade, but Soloz just had it in the bag and managed to deal with the Rocketeers and the Grizzlies very, very well. Soloz down the bottom left, Vwwww top right, JEEN top right, and Netflix bottom left. So on the left versus right on Dorado. Yeah, left versus right Dorado. It's okay. Yeah, I was literally about to say that, Vwwww. Thanks for taking the words out of my mouth. But I think JEEN and Netflix will definitely rush here with the double sove. They're gonna rush with that double sove, go 0, and probably try to get Vwwwws at the game. I wonder if they're gonna double here or they're just gonna put the pressure on each of the teammate or in each of their opponents. Uh-oh, JEEN not getting gems. JEEN, Jeenie boy, grab your gems. Hey, that's a Crescent War Factory placement. So he's not gonna put them up here for the miners, which tells me that he's definitely going 0 here with that engineer flag once again. He gets pinged out by Soloz. JEEN not getting the gems as well. Has Vwwww anything for this? He went War Factory first. So no Harriet to do some chip damage. And the drone is following up here. Gets deployed and captures the War Factory and sells it. That's gonna buy him some time here. That's gonna buy JEEN some time if he follows out with a couple rhinos here, which can take out that those 2 grizzlies. Double War Factory opening now for Netflix, and Soloz is just holding on. It's not really pushing. JEEN choosing to go towards Soloz now. Why do I have 1 miner? Probably didn't get out the War Factory. Hi Tim.
Our ally is under attack.
Yeah, JEEN are pressing up on Soloz. Netflix, I think he threw away his tanks earlier on. I might need to check that replay back. I don't know what happened there. He did get another refinery. Yeah, Matt is behind because he got hit with that NG flag from JEEN. JEEN, once he got the NG flag in the War Factory, he was kind of just putting pressure on Soloz here. Netflix, I'm not sure what he's doing. Not really, I haven't really paid attention to his base, but he seems to be very behind here. JEEN getting doubled, not getting doubled, sorry, getting hit by Vwwww. He defends well with the rhinos and the drones, but he went all the way down to his bottom left. Not sure whether JEEN wants to take out this War Factory from Vwwww. Vwwww don't sell the MCV because he has everything he has and he needs to try to get ahead because of the extra money spent from that NG flag. Getting that War Factory.
Beacon detected.
Here comes the ping once again. Vwwww here is... He got so behind because of the NG flag. And that now is forcing Soloz to get doubled here. Doesn't get... Should have probably gotten that AFC out. He's gonna come back in once again for it. Finally gets it out. Soloz pushes Netflix back and JEEN back at the same time. He is carrying this very, very well. This game actually. So they have found a method that worked here, JEEN. Get Matt to be very slow. Obviously with that War Factory getting engineered. Soloz saying he's broke, so it will take some time to rebuild his economy. That was that NGIV, but I think Vwwww is just gonna use it. No, he's not. I thought he was gonna use it to repair only. But he might just use it to grab another War Factory maybe? JEEN does not have a War Factory, he got taken out. Yeah, Soloz now forced to sell his MCV as well. Not looking good for team left side. Here comes that engine IV though. Gets on deploy because Vwwww isn't waypointed. Trying to get the power now. I personally would have preferred to put that engineer back in that flag, back in the IV. Vwwww also has some rocketers on bottom left which he needs to use. They're trying to look on for the double now. Another engineer IV coming towards bottom right. doubt that we'll get anything. You're gonna run into a bunch of rhinos. But he could use it to sort of make Netflix look the other way while Soloz does some damage. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. Why is that? You missed the prediction again. But we've seen Engineer Flak now coming in. He's gonna get the War Factory. He does, forces to sell the War Factory. Never thought I'd see the day where Vwwwws will engineer IV. The radar is on now, so he will be able to defend with a couple desos here, JEEN. So let Netflix still going at it. Yeah, Vwwww saying he's dead soon, which is true. Soloz is the same as well. But they were set so far back with that engineer flag that they can't really do much in the long game. They can hold on, but the longer they hold on, the worse it's gonna be. They're gonna long distance mine, and the other team, obviously better positioning of the miners, can eventually get the upper hand. JEEN now pushing all the way to his bottom left. Trying to help out his teammate here, pulling them back. He is prepared for the trade because the desos are there. The Rocketers have been sitting idle down in bottom left, not doing anything this entire game.
Our ally is under
And
attack.
Vwww's spilling down to his bottom right as well. Take that trade.
Our ally is under attack.
But this will be Soloz out of the game. And eventually Vwww's in a very short time. The Grizzlies are still here.
Beacon detected.
But all the Grizzlies down in top right are smoking. Yeah, there you go. Now the Rockies are there, being used. It's a little bit late there by Vwwwws. The Grizzlies are now being pulled back to defend. Let's see what happens here. I don't think Vwwwws can. He can definitely try to take this 1v1 if he gets a drone and your Grizzly. Vwwwws. Lost 4 Grizzlies there for no reason. But the defense from JEEN there, smart to go with the radar. Sort of take that fight. But in terms of a 2v2 setting here, JEEN definitely did all the right things. He got Matt down from the War Factory, slowed him down a very long time, and then went all the way to his bottom left when Soloz were pushing up on Netflix. That forced Soloz to pull back to defend his own base, and then he just switched up his positioning and go to his mat. Vwww's on top left side, so JEEN definitely an outstanding job here. And Netflix doing well to support his teammate, not doing anything too foolish, not moving his MCB to his bottom right. On heck, physics over when you're starting bottom left in Netflix. But this is definitely going to be the end, yeah. Alright, Jungle Vietnam, Soloz bottom left, JEEN top right, Vwww's top right, and Netflix bottom left. So this is going to be corners on Jungle Vietnam. Both players on Team Soloz and Vwww's going 0, as they should in corners game. You know, Balf, I've thought about that. And I've never had a dog in my life. Most of the dogs I've had is a combination of bark and woof. Yeah, man, Soloz winning 3-2. Woof. It's like when the dog barks like really loudly, it'll be a bark. Oh, it's gonna end you bottom right, okay. And if it's a quite soft one, it'll be a woof. Okay, without saying he'll gonna NG bottom right and then go 0. Then the drone is gonna come in from Soloz, yeah, so the drone is gonna have to be crucial.
Beacon detected.
But I think JEEN is gonna do the same here, gonna NG flag I think. Here comes the engineer, he's gonna get a War Factory. It's gonna be huge, but Vwwwws has no idea how to do it properly. Unfortunately, I'll deploy this engineer here. Obviously, it's gonna go all the way to the right into the dogs there. That's wasted time and money right there. But the rest of the guys, they will go 0. JEEN went 0, Vwww's now went 0, all of them are on 2 minus. Soloz taking a fight there. He doesn't win it. Reinforcements are there. Yeah, Vwww's just having some trouble there trying to engineer the war factory. He doesn't normally do that, but I think he just want to do it because JEEN did it like 3 matches in a row. Well, not 3, I think he did it like 2 matches in a row. I would love to see some shit talking from both of them here, but Soloz has the upper hand against Netflix here, against JEEN. Comes that engineer flak with a drone inside of it. There you go. Oh my god, Soloz. The engineer goes in anyway, like fuck this shit. Jesus. Now the engineer along the top gets pushed back as well. Everyone's stuck in a tree. Yeah, the drone is stuck in the tree. Oops. Yeah, usually just have to click around and it'll come out pretty easily. But anyways, yeah, Soloz definitely has the upper hand on JEEN here. If he continues to with the corny fodder, it could do some damage. Radar comes out for Netflix. Vwwww wants to get this engineer in, man, on JEEN. And Soloz needs to be aware of that. Soloz needs to know that the engineer is coming in and then push in when the engineer is there, or vice versa. Like Vwww's about to do now onto the war factory. Does not, however.
Our ally is
The war factory is well placed there. Definitely is doing the right thing in backdooring Soloz. Soloz does not repair the MTV, chooses to sell it instead. And now Vwww's can backdoor Soloz to for backdoor Netflix, sorry. Those 2 engineers, engineers, rocketeers, desolators are there
detected.
to backdoor, and now JEEN is backdooring Vwww's as he should. It's all about the backdoor game here in TV2. Soloz now doing a very smart thing and splitting up his tanks both ways. Pull the pressure away from his from Vwww's Grizzlies. And pressure up on top left as well. Takes out JEEN's war factory. Vwww's now going towards the bottom. They could have doubled up on JEEN there, but I don't think they want to. The tank control is late from Soloz. JEEN manages to cut the end tail of his tanks there. Yeah, Soloz needs to be careful. He doesn't want to lose any more rhinos. Pick up the ones right at the front.
Beacon detected.
Then back off whenever he can. In comes the back door again. Definitely map awareness is really good here.
Beacon detected.
Really, really good here. Knowing when to push in and backdoor Soloz to give his teammates some breathing space. Now the war factory comes back up. The call out that JEEN didn't have a war factory should have come a lot earlier, so that Vwww's can do exactly this and get some damage done with the Rocketeers. Vwwww sells his MCV, so does Soloz earlier on. Looks like they're gonna double up on bottom right here. They choose not to. Yeah, callouts need to be made almost immediately. If you don't make the callout early, your teammate can't move. So that callout that JEEN didn't have any war factories, so that came a lot earlier. So Vwww's could have taken out the war factory or even the barracks a lot earlier than what he had to. The Desers get deployed. But the split coming in from Soloz here, taking out another miner. Soloz has been playing at the top of his game so far. When it comes to Rockies now from Vwwww, there is no anti-air. The anti-air has been destroyed by himself along with the other tanks from Netflix. Netflix trying to do a Mikos, a let off here. But unfortunately that's doing his own stuff. Those Rocketeers can definitely take out the flag now. The fight on the left is still ongoing. Vwwww saying he'll win very soon. Yeah, I think Soloz just wants to be careful here. He's just gonna hold and wait for Vwwww to take care of Netflix, which hopefully he doesn't throw away. And then they can double up on JEEN here. The Rocketeers coming around the back. There's a flag cannon ready. Unfortunately, it does not come into range of the two refineries. Forces the cell. Not sure why Vwwww's isn't putting pressure on Netflix here. Then comes the back door. Soloz does well to push it away. Oh, the Desos. He doesn't want to get Deso. That's why the Harriers are there. And he moves in as the Harriers are moving. Desolators go down. Now he can attack without the fear of getting Desoed. Drones are being pumped out now. Vwwww's running through the way of the Netflix. Tatsuka's deployed, but he does win that fight along with the Rocketeers. Soloz has been holding out really well here. Doesn't want to be aggressive, doesn't want to lose any tanks. And JEEN trying to put some pressure onto Vwwwww to pull away from Netflix. But realistically, he's only going to find himself in a sandwich of Soloz. And Vwwwww, well, he could, but Vwwww's still going in. And Soloz takes it away. A lot of JEEN tanks are going down because of some really good tank control. And that was some really good play from both players there, from Vwwwww and from Soloz. And Vwwwww and Soloz are on the same side, so it's gonna be a left versus right. Cool, there's Vwwwww, no corners. Immediately the plans are incoming here. So Vwwwww is gonna go IC. Soloz is gonna go for the massive war factory and massive war factory. Toward the noob. Yeah, I mean that last game on jungle, to me a throw is when you are in an advantageous position and then you throw it away by doing something stupid. I don't think JEEN was in an advantageous position at all in the entire game. Soloz was just holding up really well and going 1-to-1 with JEEN. He could have done more stuff better, I agree with you there. Splitting off the bottom, splitting up along the top. Like harassment a little bit, like 2 rhinos is enough, 2 or 3 rhinos is enough to sort of make Matt pull back and split up his army. That way Netflix has an easier time to deal with Vwwwwws. So yeah, it is a sort of, he could have done this better. 11th round 2, Netflix seems to be getting that cliff early. So the plan for the left team here is to go IC and mass wars. So Vwwwww is gonna go a radar straight away after this. Mine is get droned everywhere. 1 for Soloz, 1 for Vwwwww. He's gonna try and follow up with that rhino. JEEN has nothing. Sentry gun comes out. Vwwwww's gonna definitely got him that drone. Gotta get that miner, sorry. It's just a back up because of that sentry gun. See how it goes, and Netflix gonna take that cliff. The radar should come out here from Vwwwww. He chooses to go onto the cliff. I think he's gonna go for the IC late game here, or mid game actually. Yeah, he can't quite make it there, so he's gonna put a power and automatic gets droned. Netflix with the cliff is gonna be really annoying to deal with. So just repair the rhino first. It's a good idea because the miner self heals. More fetch placement at the back and at the front. There's no radar out from Vwwwww just yet. The radar is out for Netflix, however. Both of them. They might be going for double IC. Yeah. So let's just ping that radar. I don't think they want to take any fights here. So the plan to go IC was definitely not to rush the IC, but rather slowly play the game, and then by the late game you should have that IC. The radar finally comes out for Vwwww, and the lab is out for JEEN. So he's gonna have the IC a lot earlier than Vwwww will, the person who's supposed to go IC. What's up, Ed? Yeah, Soloz has been playing really well so far. I mean, he's keeping up with JEEN and Netflix. And out comes the Kirov, which is a common sight to see, which is why Vwwww's already made some flak in preparation along with that flak cannon. I would put that flak a lot closer. Get that range a little bit more effective. Because the way flak works is the closer you are, where it is, but you don't want to get too close to the cliff because the rhinos can still hit the Kirov. I'm not sure where that Kirov is going. JEEN absolutely throwing $2,000 away. That Kirov could have gotten that flak cannon or that refinery, but jeez, thrown away. And now Netflix doing my favorite thing to do on this map, getting desolators on a cliff. It is super hard to defend against, and you're gonna get pushed back a lot quicker. And if this deploys, it's basically a lot of damage done. The Kirov, counter Kirov here from Vwwww, and Vwwwww sets the IC out. JEEN, however, has his a lot earlier. The push along the bottom again doesn't work out very well. JEEN goes down, not sure why, and then comes Vwwwww here. Gets pushed back by the rhinos and the drones. But that Kirov is still incoming. If Vwwwww just had a couple of drones to deal with the flak, I think that's why I wanted to push in to try and get the flak out of the way. 4 flaks now coming out for JEEN. Soloz slowly picking off Netflix's tanks. That's good and well, and that is how you get some damage out. JEEN uses this opportunity with that IC ready going in. Sorry, that was how you get rid of the war factory is what I meant to say. It's gonna go for the battle lab and then go for the IC immediately. Soloz tries to go and help his teammate here, but he realistically can't. This is why you don't go IC when you're supposed to go IC on RE2. You're supposed to do it really rather quickly, before your opponent at least.
Our ally is under attack.
Netflix now getting in to Solo's base. And guys, there's still 2 rhinos on the field. There's still 2 rhinos at the back of your base. You gotta watch out for that. But Vwwwww are making that counter push into their base. Gonna go for the miners. That's 3-4 miners right there. JEEN does not have anything to defend with. He's left with 2 miners. And the split coming in from Vwwwww along the top as well, getting another 2 miners, 3 even along the top. That's not going nowhere near that. Netflix going into the radiation there. I don't know what you're doing, but the IC from JEEN goes down from Vwwwww, and the last miner goes down. The Yuri clones come out at the last minute effort to defend. Once Vwwwww gets his barracks out of the way, he should absolutely start to go down and help his teammate here, because his teammate is getting wrecked. Netflix finally besting out Soloz, but chooses to pull back here. The back door is there. Now they can get caught in the sandwich. Reinforcements coming in from Vwwwww along towards the bottom right side of the map. Elden lead comes out from Netflix. Don't know where that came from. And now the reinforcements are coming in, gonna hit Netflix's miners. That's also here from JEEN. But if this miner goes down, it is all over. No eco, Netflix quits. JEEN calls. GG. There you go. I'm just gonna do those 2 show matches today and then go to sleep. And I'll wake up like on Monday, late for work. South Pacific left versus right. Netflix and JEEN are gonna take the left spot here. Obviously being the losers of the map, previous map. Then Ed, what did I say? What did I think Ed in my head? Damn it, me cause. Oh no, Path, sorry, you put that image in my head. Vwwwww and Soloz are gonna go on the right hand side. Left side obviously preferred because of the cliff with the GIs. We'll see what they're gonna do. ABS. Or actually AVA. And SVS. That's what I meant to say. NG carry, yep. They've known JEEN by now, but the thing is Netflix is now going Allied and JEEN is going Soviet. That's the drone. It does get scouted out. So if a flag comes out next, he's gonna go engineer. And both Vwwww and Netflix goes air. We're gonna answer Harrier. And the pinging saying that JEEN is going 0. Picture missile goes up 2 minus. We got 2 minus. Naval yard 2 minus 2 minus. Everyone going 0 here. Flag cannon is there to prevent the air barrage from coming in. That naval yard destroyers can definitely take out this oil here. It does not have a war factory, that means. And in comes JEEN here with the 0 going to a stop right. Soloz is a little bit lacking behind. He does not build down the cliff, but chooses to build on his plateau after a third refinery comes out. Airdrop from Netflix going down to bottom right. The flag and Rockies are there to defend. JEEN now getting a lot of damage onto Vwwww. Well, not a lot of damage, but pressuring a lot of space on Vwwww now. Vwwww desperately pinging, trying to call for help. So they're trying to get in a good position. In comes the Rocketeers from Netflix, and destroyers can come around the back here and get the oil out of the way. This is something else here from JEEN and Netflix. They clearly came into this match with a plan. That plan seems to be working. Doubling up on Vwwwws. Get that oil from Vwwwws. However, some shorty tank control doesn't help JEEN. But eventually it does, because it does out-tank him. And in comes the Rocketeers from Vwwwws to help, along with a couple of Grizzlies. The IVs are gonna snipe away and Netflix's Rocketeers. Destroyers are going around the bottom. They should be able to hit Soloz's oil here. He's just a little bit preoccupied. A lab is out now from Vwwwws. I'm going Dolphin. So he can't reach there. Thought he could. Doesn't look like he can reach. Right side is better in the 1v1. Left side is better in the 2v2. Changed my mind. Because the paradrops on that cliff is going to do a lot of chip damage. And I find that players often don't want to risk that. But the problem is that if you're right side and you don't take mid early, that kind of defeats the entire point of having right side advantage, right? Or yeah, too many rights in that. Too many rights in that sentence. Lab out now for both ally players. Unfortunately, the Rocketeers from Netflix take out Vwww's lab. He grouped the buildings together so he can. The Patriot missile will be in range, but there was no Patriot to start with. Or flag from Soloz. Looks like JEEN has moved his MCV along the top. Netflix still has his. Maybe let him one too many dolphins there from Vwwwws. Yeah, Netflix may be the stronger ally player. There it comes. So we're just gonna barrage through that, taking a lot of the prism layer with him, and I think Vwwwws has a lab now and making naval yards. Soloz has a lab as well, with an MCV still intact. But the Mirages are coming in from Vwwwws, gets pushed back by the Desolator. The prisms are still here and incoming. If an aircraft carrier comes out next, The left side of the team is gonna be so fucked here. What is that in range of? That is in range of the war factory, the oil, the lab, the AFC. They're gonna be in big trouble.
Beacon detected.
Even Soloz is making fucking naval yard now. There you go, out comes the aircraft carrier. And if a dreadnought even comes out, man even has a fucking chronosphere. You gotta watch your Aegis screws in that bed. There you go. Netflix now has a, sorry, JEEN has a naval yard. She'll be pinged by Soloz here, asking Vwwww to take it out with the dolphins. It's gonna use the dolphins to defend its aircraft carrier instead. The Kirov coming out from Soloz. Soloz goes for squid as well instead of a dreadnought. And those AFCs trying to hit. Wait, Netflix has a naval yard? I suppose he had a naval yard, yeah, he had one. Made a couple. Soloz now pinging onto the middle. Vwww's not in any position to help. A fuck ton of rhinos coming towards the base. And the chronosphere is ready. The Kirov is still incoming though. Gonna take care of that naval yard. But JEEN has so many rhinos here. Vwww's just chasing and chasing and chasing. It's gonna take care of that last war factory. Does not have an MCV here, Soloz. And he has to be wary of those prisms are there. The naval yard gets taken out. I would have still progressed with that Kirov going further. And 2 aircraft carriers now out. And that is literally game over here for Team Left Side. War factory goes down. It can reach that MCV now. It all depends on this last push. The chrono gets used defensively, but nothing happens there because it missed. Yes, I think it missed. The Mirages now combining with the prisms to push back this entire push from left side. And it looks like they will come out of it victorious at the moment. JEEN is broke, Netflix is broke. Meanwhile, right side is still has some money to deal with. Not much, but enough to go around. IC comes out now from JEEN. Oh, it's covering the IC timer? IC is ready from Netflix. The IC is definitely ready from Netflix.
Beacon detected.
Yeah, I'll move it later. Yeah, but they're dead, honestly. I see pops up from Netflix here, but I think Vwwww should be able to defend. The GI is there from Netflix, they're gonna keep the aircraft carriers at bay. But they should be able to defend this pretty easily, unless the Desos that come out are coming out, takes care of the Mirages. Aircraft carrier finally gets back to work, but the Rocketeers from Netflix still there. Maybe they're not dead. Hold on, I bite my tongue there. Watermite does not have anything else.
Our ally is under attack. Our ally is under attack.
And that IC did come into clutch. I'm proved to be wrong there. It was looking bad for the team for the left hand side. But JEEN that is putting a clutch with the IC and just building up rhinos there. Bottom right gets taken out because they had no MCV or the war factory.
Our ally is under attack.
And this is definitely GG. Aircraft carrier trying to make their way around the back, but JEEN was smart to move towards the middle here. That means the aircraft carriers will have to go all the way around the back if they did want to do any damage.
Our ally is under attack.
I don't think they can trade this at all. Yeah, JEEN now hiding with his MCV towards the middle. The secondary IC comes out because R2 GIs are fucking scary, right?
Our ally is under attack.
Hi, Kirov.
Our ally
Yeah, they can't win the trade at all. Just waiting for JEEN to trade this out.
player defeated.
Yeah, they were really persistent. They're going all the way to the end. 5-3. That is the weakest fucking insult I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, straight up the butt. What the fuck? That's a weak ass fucking insult, dude. Okay, Netflix top left, JEEN top right, so it's gonna be a top since bottom. And Vwww's going allied. Sorry, let me resize this. I think I'll shift, I'll resize it pretty. Yep, it's better. My overlay is covering it anyway. Weak because my emotions can't handle strong stuff. Is that your insults are fucking playground insults, man. Get a dictionary. Or grow some balls. Anyways, new cabins. Or maybe it's a new cabins, you know, so many fucking changes to this map. Josh. Wait, this map? Yeah, Josh. So obviously gems are here now, and bottom right, gems are moved from here to here. Mainly because I think the Yuri miners couldn't get it here, so they just made it the same anyway. So top versus bottom, we're gonna see some heavy miners here. I don't think there will be any rushes, even from JEEN and Netflix. That if you want to talk about emotions, you're the one that was bitching to me that apparently this new beta guy was a pro from back in the day, and you were like, oh, you let him play? I'm like, he's not even that guy. Why are you so scared for Zed? Come on, man up. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a wuss. The amount of times, like, dude, I remember. And when I was finding a replacement for Savage, who was Vwww's old teammate, and he recommended me Soloz, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I can put Soloz with Vwww's. And then Zed was like, you can't put Soloz with Vwww's, dude. He was like that to me in DM. So I'm like, are you scared or something? Like I understand why they're scared. I mean, they're literally about to, not about to, but they might be 6-3ing Netflix and JEEN here. We continue targeting. Nah, Zed asked for it. Where's the Matrix Revenge? Let me lock it. There you go. Yep. Anyways. Yep. Both players now building towards the bottom. Matt Signal moving some speed towards the bottom, towards the right hand side. Got 5 miners. Without saying to double up on top left. So how this goes now is JEEN gonna pick up on it, they're gonna double. He is, but he's gonna be slightly late though. He's gonna get the miner out of the way. Vwww's. He might get a sandwich in between, but if the sandwich does happen, he does have an opportunity to take out the miner Soloz. And that's some very bad tank control from JEEN that is gonna lose a lot of rhinos. And comes the rocket as well. Gonna come in and try and help do some lot of damage, do some damage. There is no anti-air from anyone at all. Not even a flat cannon. And the war factory there on the top left from JEEN, who is top right. Helping a lot there, but again the lack of anti-air. JEEN still getting rhinos. The flat cannon finally comes out. Unfortunately it is JEEN's. And the ping has come here towards the middle. So those now forced to pull back. Pedra comes in defensively. And that was a very good push from Vwww's and Soloz, doubling on the top left. And JEEN was late, did throw away a few rhinos there, but he did smart and played well here to put a couple war factories in Netflix's base. Just to get the his tanks there a lot quicker than he could. try to take out a bridge. There was no NTR from anyone at all until JEEN built that flag cannon. No flag tracks needed, which I think is a better thing to do. Get a flag cannon instead. Yeah, although it's 2022 because living in the past. Okay, split down on the top right there from Vwwww. The amazing tank control there from Netflix going around that choke point. Expansion goes down, not without a couple of drones getting in and some rockets dying. Soloz now has a split as well. Vwwww's his split gets rejoined back together. He might be able to use the clip to his advantage here if JEEN pushes up. He does not. Sit on the cliff. But I think JEEN is definitely smart enough to pull back away from that. So all the fights have been happening towards the mid-top side of the map. Very little has been happening towards Soloz's and Vwwww's base. But JEEN now trying to push in with some very good tank control. Paratrops were there to help as fodder. Looks like, what was that? Team deploy. Oh yeah, it was Vwwww's. So you're following me again? Yikes! Did you unfollow me? That's a pain. That's a sad right there. Feels bad, man. Yeah, and Netflix gonna whistle his bottom as well. So a bit of a stalemate here. No teams want to move in, which is kind of, it's amazing to see. But Soloz there, amazing tank control going around that choke point and catching Netflix off guard there, out tanking him to all heavens. JEEN not trying to help. I hope Vwwwww picks up on this and backdoors JEEN right now. JEEN commanding his entire army. You don't know, JEEN. And now Vwwwww can take that fight now with the singular conquer line coming in. Massive mistake there from JEEN, committing his entire army towards the left hand side to help Netflix. And because of that, he does not have many rhinos remaining. As a final result, Netflix is choosing to build some drones to go and help his teammate, or defend himself rather. Getting into almost a lot of Vwwww's grizzlies there. So those now making a very aggressive push in Netflix's base. MCP goes down for Netflix. Yeah, Soldier, you're good, man. It's fine. I'm just kidding. And Vwwwww's are making moves to the top right hand side. Soloz should be able to clean up Netflix here. And it is pretty much game over from then on. One huge mistake from Netflix turned the tide of the entire game. And that is 6-3 final score. Big yikes from JEEN there. You definitely did not need to commit your entire fucking army. Just 2 or 3 tanks or half of your tanks is more than enough. Absolutely more than enough.